Before I begin my remarks that I prepared, I think Heather will indulge me. It won't take more than 30 seconds to make two comments. If you work for the Cancer Center and you are a staff member of LGH, could you wave your hands? If you look around. That is the heart and soul of this Cancer Center. And as an observation, I will say that on my drive over this morning, I had on my favorite group, the Doobie Brothers, but that was getting me a little too jazzed. And so I thought, okay, I don't want to be hyper. So I put on a beautiful all-boys choir group, and they were singing a very beautiful piece about the loss of people. And I see the whole Cancer Center staff coming en masse down the steps. And I felt it all welling up. And I thought, you cannot come back here that you don't thank God for those people who have given care to every cancer patient. And the second observation, on a lighter note, I've been reading in my office about social media and the importance of social media for attorneys in the field of law. And the article was that despite the ability to tweet and Facebook and blog and Foursquare, and I am so old I don't know all the rest, but besides the ability to do that, attorneys still need to be what is called beer-worthy. We need to be somebody that our client says, I want to have a beer with that person, or maybe in Lancaster County terms, a cup of coffee. I just simply want to say that, Anne, you are beer-worthy. And should you ever want to have a cup of coffee or a stronger spirit, the drinks are on me. Thank you. March 7th, 2008. A routine mammogram shows something unusual. I'm not worried. I've had abnormal mammograms before. And in fact, I've even had 2 prior lumpectomies with no problem. March 13th. A follow-up mammogram confirms uneven edges on a microscopic cluster of something which, to my untrained eye, looks like a micro-miniature Milky Way galaxy. April 2nd, a vacuum-assisted core biopsy is performed at the LGH Breast Center. A follow-up appointment is scheduled within 2 days. April 4th, 3:30 p.m., I arrive at Women's and Babies. I am alone. My husband is in Chicago on a 4-day business trip, but I am not worried. I have been through this before. 3:45, the radiologist walks into the consultation room. 3:46, a diagnosis of breast cancer is confirmed. After first hearing the phrase, your biopsy was positive, and then mentally sorting out whether positive is a good thing or a bad thing, I realized that I'm missing what the radiologist is saying. She's telling me what kind of cancer that I have. She's giving it a name. I can't remember the Latin name that she's referring to it. And although I think I'm not sure that she's telling me that the cancer is contained, a good thing, that it's in a very early stage, another good thing, but the cells are very aggressive. Not such a good thing. I'm told that I already have an appointment with the surgeon that's scheduled. I'm introduced to someone and given a book about cancer. I can't remember the person's name, I can't remember what her position is, and I can't seem to process all of the information. 4:15 p.m., I return to my car. I telephone my husband in Chicago. My family doctor calls. He's remembered that I've had this appointment with the radiologist, and he's calling to follow up. I call my mom in Ohio, knowing that she will call my brother in Tennessee and my other brother in Michigan. I call my sister in Utah. I sit in my car and cry. I drive home, but in the interest of full disclosure and so that you will know that I am a person of integrity, I will say I drive home after stopping at the CVS to buy a large bag of M&Ms. Comfort food. By midnight, my husband has caught a flight home from Chicago, and half of the M&Ms are gone. And thus begins my journey towards survivorship. Within days, I reunite with my surgeon, the same one who had performed the prior lumpectomies. Soon after, I meet the rest of the team, my oncologist and my team captain, and my radiation oncologist. I schedule appointments and I complete diagnostic procedures. I meet with a plastic surgeon. Surgery in mid-May. Good news, the margins are clean. Plastic surgery follows 2 weeks later. Bad news, there are complications and the detection of more cancer. The day after surgery, I'm whisked off to Colombia for 3 weeks of hyperbaric treatments, 100 minutes in a hyperbaric chamber that didn't feel any bigger than a peanut 2 times a day. Never one to take an easy route. I contract a staph infection. I'm attached to 7 weeks with a wound vacuum to speed up the healing process. I prepare for radiation and treatment. I am tattooed for radiation, which I wear with pride and show off to my nephew, the Marine, who has a few tattoos of his own. September 11th, I arrive at the Radiation Cancer Center for a test run. Immediately after, I drive to Philadelphia for a 2-day business meeting. September 12th, while at the business meeting, I learn that a friend has died from breast cancer. I drive from Philadelphia to the radiation center for my first treatment. In the radiation center, I see a young friend in her early 30s who just delivered her second child the week before. Immediately following was a double mastectomy. She had been diagnosed with advanced breast cancer in her 7th month of pregnancy. She is at the campus with her husband, her mother-in-law, and her infant for her first chemotherapy treatment. She looks exhausted, depressed, and unrecognizable to me. As I lie down on the radiation table, I start to cry uncontrollably. A friend has died, and another is in serious crisis. My heart aches for them, and I wonder at the unfairness of cancer. The radiation process is stalled momentarily until I can compose myself and lie still. The staff, as always, is patient, compassionate, gentle, and loving. 6 weeks later, I ring the bell. And if you've had radiation, you know what I'm talking about. It's a secret code I hope none of you ever have to unleash. From mid-March to December 2008, my journey included 2 mammograms, 1 biopsy, 2 MRIs, 1 ultrasound, 2 surgeries, 61 doctor's appointments, 35 hours of hyperbaric treatments, 1 HIDA scan, 1 bone density scan, 1 staph infection, 7 weeks on a wound vacuum, 6 weeks of radiation, 1 trip to the ER, a herniated disc, 3 physical therapy visits, and of course, various prescriptions and trips to the pharmacy. By my calculations, my journey took approximately 600 hours and 2,892 miles. To put the mileage into context for our keynote speaker today, I completed 1 Tour de France, 2,200 miles, and 1/3 of another. I traveled across Pennsylvania 9 times, and I was just 400 miles shy of a trip from Maine to California. I chose LGH. Had I chosen Penn State Hershey, I would have traveled 9,200 miles, 3 trips across the United States. Had I chosen Johns Hopkins or Fox Chase, I would have traveled a distance equal to halfway around the world. I'm not special, although my husband might think that I am. And my situation is not extraordinary, but it is unique. Every cancer patient has his or her own unique story. None is more important or less significant than the other. Every cancer patient's experience differs, but if we share one commonality, it is that we want to be healed and to have hope. We hold on to hope. We hope for healing. We hope for survival. We hope that we are getting the best care, that our providers have our best interests at heart, hope that they know us by name and care personally about us, that they have access to the best resources and the most innovative treatments for this insidious disease. For those of us with cancer who make up the 10,000 visits each year to LGH facilities for cancer treatment, and for the 2,000 or 2,200 new patients who are diagnosed with cancer in this community, the Ann B. Barshinger Cancer Center represents hope and healing. This gift by the community will ease the burden of travel and the loss of time spent shuttling between offices, facilities, or other hospitals. The state-of-the-art facility will provide our extremely and dedicated, talented physicians, technicians, and staff with the resources to care for us. And the interdisciplinary model of care will enhance the innovative and advanced diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of cancer, and will allow for that comprehensive and personalized manner of care that we have come to expect from LGH. The journey toward survivorship triggers many emotions, and there are certainly times when a patient or her family need hope, courage, and strength. This center will provide all three. Today, as you leave, you will receive a bag containing sentiment stones representing hope, strength, and courage. If you are going through cancer, please accept these stones as our way of supporting you. If you know someone who is going through cancer or treatment, we encourage you to give the stones to that person as a token of your support for their journey. If you do not know someone who is experiencing cancer right now, we invite you to hold on to these stones and return them at the ribbon-cutting ceremony when the center is complete, at which time they will be used to offer hope, strength, and courage to members of our community who seek care at the Ann B. Barshinger Cancer Center. September 14th, 2011. I am a survivor. I am thankful for the gift of life. I am thankful for my family physician, Mike Weed, and his nurse, Jody. I am thankful for my LGH team, Doctors Dodge, Eshelman, and Oyer, and all of those LGH employees for whom I have no name, but who are friend travelers to all cancer patients. From the custodian who smiles compassionately at us when it's clear that we are in distress as we make our way to the restroom to cry in private, to the food service staff who nourish our families, to the nurses, technicians, schedulers, and receptionists who are sympathetic and patient with us. And finally, I am thankful for the gift of a cancer center that will instill hope, bolster courage, and provide the strength to persevere the journey on which we have embarked. On behalf of every LGH cancer patient, thank you.